Star Wars: Return of the Jedi, Forrest Gump, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. What do these three movies have in common? Each was a blockbuster among the highest grossing films of that year. What also do they have in common? All three were also unprofitable. Kinda surprising, huh? How could these movies lose money? They're each mega hits. The reason behind is a funny little thing known as Hollywood accounting. Hollywood accounting refers to the opaque or creative accounting methods used by the film, video and television industry to budget and record profits for film projects. Expenditures can be inflated to reduce or eliminate the reported profit of the project, thereby reducing the amount which the corporation must pay in royalties or other profit-sharing agreements, as these are based on the net profit. Basically, it is a very sneaky way in which Hollywood movies will purposely lose money, on paper that is, to avoid having to pay royalties to others. And over 80% of Hollywood movies fail to turn a profit. So how did they do this, and how did they get away with it? For each new film, a movie is set up as its own corporation, the entire point of which is to lose money by paying fees to the studio producing the movie. So if Superhero Studios decides to film Spider-Man 10, they create a shell company, Spider-Man 10 Incorporated. Superhero Studios then overcharges Spider-Man 10 Incorporated for every aspect of making, marketing and distributing the movie. By the time Superhero Studios finishes paying itself through Spider-Man 10 Incorporated to perform work that costs, say, $100 million, Spider-Man 10 Incorporated will be on the hook for $1 billion. So what a movie studio does is, when they are producing a movie, they set up the movie as its own company. They then charge everything to that company: the filming, the actors' salaries, the marketing, distribution, all that. It all gets charged to this film company that doesn't really exist, only on paper. Everything gets charged to that. And all of these charges are grossly overinflated. So therefore, on paper, the movie never made any money because they still owe so much more back to the studio. Make sense? The purpose of this charade seems to be hoarding profit shares promised to actors, writers, and other individuals or organizations. If anyone asks for a share of the profits of Spider-Man 10, the producers can point to Spider-Man 10 Incorporated. Since it is still paying off its debt to Superhero Studios, there are no profits to share. Paramount Pictures famously offered Winston Groom, the author of Forrest Gump, $350,000 and a 3% share of net profits for the rights to his novel Forrest Gump. Since Forrest Gump is still not profitable, he did not receive any share of the profits. So that 3% that was promised to him was worth nothing because the film studio knew it would never make any money out of it. So it gets to keep everything.
I was a national celebrity, famouser even than Captain Kangaroo.
2 years after the re-release of Return of the Jedi in 1997, David Prowse, the actor who played the body of Darth Vader,
and action!
Lucas had never intended to use the on-set vocal performance of David Prowse.
Start tearing this ship apart piece by piece until you find those tapes. Find the passengers of this vessel. I want them alive!
said that he still receives letters informing him that Lucasfilm had no profits to share with him. He said, "I get these occasional letters from Lucasfilm saying that we regret to inform you that as Return of the Jedi has never gone into profit, we've got nothing to send you." Now, here we're talking about one of the biggest releases of all time. I don't want to look like I'm bitching about it, but on the other hand, if there's a pot of gold somewhere that I ought to be having a share of, I'd like to see it. So, not only is Hollywood finding a way to screw audiences out of money, it's also finding a way to screw the people who work in Hollywood out of money too. This has been going on for decades, and as we're constantly hearing about the death of Hollywood and how movies are losing money, we'll probably only see more of this because Well, studios love money. If you would like to learn more about Hollywood accounting, links are as always in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button. That really helps me out a lot. Thanks again for watching. Mike out.